Calculating probabilities is the process of finding the exact numerical value that describes the chances of the event occurring. A great way to understand this is with a fishing story. Imagine you're out fishing in a small pond. You're looking for a particular fish, the rainbow trout. After speaking to some experienced fishermen, you'll learn that there are 4 different types of fish in this pond. To figure out the chances of catching a rainbow trout depends on 2 things. The first thing is we need to know how many fish are in the pond, which is the size of the sample. What is the next piece of information we need? Yes, the number of rainbow trout in the pond. This is the outcome we're interested in. Therefore, you have a 3 out of 20 chance to catch a rainbow trout. Now, it is important to remember that there is uncertainty in fishing, just like probability. Just because you cast your line does not mean that the outcome of catching a rainbow trout will occur. Let's dive further into this and explain a number of terms introduced in our fishing story. Firstly, outcomes. Using a set of traffic lights as an example, outcomes are all the results from the experiment. In this case, red, amber, or green. Now, from experience, you know that one light, perhaps red or green, remains on longer than the others. So each outcome is not equally likely. Now consider another example of tossing a coin. There are 2 outcomes here, heads or tails. If the coin is fair and each face has an equal chance of appearing, we call these situations where all the possible outcomes are equally likely simple events. Next, the term sample space. This is the set of all possible outcomes. For example, rolling a die, all the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flipping a coin, all the possible outcomes are heads or tails. Looking at this spinner, all the possible outcomes are orange, green, yellow, and blue. If this video has been helpful, please hit the like button so it has a better chance to share to more people. Now that we know the following terms, we can now discover and create a formula to calculate the probabilities of simple events. Remember, a formula is a mathematical recipe, and like all food recipes, if you don't follow it exactly 100%, this can ruin the meal. And in maths, this leads to getting the answer wrong. So to calculate the probability of any simple event, the formula has 2 ingredients and is set up as a fraction. In words, the numerator is the number of favourable outcomes. The word favourable just means what you're interested in. The denominator is the number of possible outcomes, or in other words, the size of the sample space. Next, to learn how to answer exam questions easily on this concept, click here and I'll see you in the next one.